So I just wanted to talk to you guys about a particular incident that happened in Washington, D.C. Not to me, but to another delivery rider. And he's a delivery rider from Venezuela.
America, you need to learn it. Learn English. Learn it. You get money in America. This isn't you getting money in America. Learn English. I don't give a fuck. Learn it. Learn it. You riding on the roads, learn English. Talk about that shit. Learn English. Learn English. Learn English. Learn English. This ain't your fucking country. This ain't your fucking country. Learn English. Learn English. This ain't your fucking country. Fuck wrong with you? Fuck wrong with you, boy? You better learn English. Hey. Learn English.
This story is like an onion with multiple layers. And the reason I say that, once you watch the video, you basically have this guy on video. He's a Venezuelan delivery driver that went into a coffee store, and I might add, in a coffee store in a very expensive part of DC. And he goes inside the store, and the owner starts screaming at him and berating him to speak English. You're in America, speak English. Just like a douchebag move. And I'm just gonna go get this delivery here in Bella, India, and I haven't been there in a while. Keep in mind, I'm also a little biased because I am an immigrant. Of course, my parents came here legally, and it was tough. It was tough to get a visa, the green card, everything. But we came here legally. So we're also a little bit bitter about people coming in to the US illegally because we had to do it legally. When you look into the story, the owner is a complete douchebag. So one thing that you learn is that a lot of Latinos have this fear of dogs. And why do I mention that? Well, the owner had a dog inside the restaurant. I don't know why people feel the need to bring their dogs to work with them, but it's quite disgusting when you think about it. So he had a dog inside the restaurant, and typically a delivery driver doesn't have much interaction with the shopkeeper. As a delivery driver, you get on your bike, you drive to point A, you show them the phone with a name, you say the name maybe, you might say hello, but most of the time you're just ignored. So all of a sudden this guy's yelling to speak English. No, that's not what happened. The Latino had a fear of the dog, and he said something about the dog, put the dog away because he didn't want. Of course, he didn't say it in English, but this guy used the lack of English to yell at him. This guy would have yelled at anybody that spoke perfect English. He's that type of guy. Did an interview, Fox 5 or whatever, went to the restaurant, and they asked to get his side of the story. And he refused to talk to the reporters. By the way, reporters are douchebags, so I can kind of understand. But he said two things that are an indication of what is going on in the head of this douche nozzle. First, he said that he would only talk to a black reporter. That's a warning right there. That's a red flag. And the next thing he said is that he's only going to talk to the reporter if the person is black or if he gets paid. So this guy is clearly a self-entitled douchebag who doesn't like to be told, hey, put your goddamn dog somewhere else other than your business where other people go in. So this guy that was yelling to the Venezuelan scooter delivery guy to speak English, it wasn't about that. Look, everybody should make an effort to speak English if you're in America. But it's not about that. It's the fact that this guy got told that he didn't want the dog, like he was afraid of the dog. And he got pissed off because he's the owner of a business and he yields power And a lot of business owners, especially these like smaller ones, they kind of think they yield power over the delivery people. And they do, but at the same time, that Venezuelan show that he's way more intelligent than the business owner. It's not a issue of, oh, this guy doesn't speak English, because delivery guys don't talk to people. It's like you go in there, you're maybe inside a store for a few minutes, and all you're doing is waiting. You're showing the phone, showing the name, and leaving. You don't have an interaction with a restaurant other than hello, maybe. And a lot of people don't even have the skills for that. Even if they speak English, there's rudeness everywhere. And this guy is just rude. This guy, I mean to go just by there because I want to look at this douche nozzle.
The D.C. Health Department has temporarily shut down Canna Coffee in Adams Morgan. And this is the same restaurant at the center of a viral TikTok video capturing the owner's racist rant against an Uber Eats driver for speaking Spanish. 7 News' Christian Flores is joining me in studio now. Christian, is this closure because of that viral video?
It is not, Megan. We were told the health department's investigation started long before this video, but this is the latest development in what has been a troubling few months for the restaurant.
As customers flock in and out of various Adams Morgan businesses, one restaurant remained empty Thursday. The D.C. Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection and the D.C. Department of Health have temporarily shut down Canna Coffee, providing a statement saying, as a part of a multi-agency enforcement effort, D.C. government has been investigating Canna Coffee and has ordered that the business cease operations. We continue to work with law enforcement and community partners to protect the health and safety of all D.C. residents.
Shut them down! Shut them down!
This development comes less than 2 months after we interviewed Canna Coffee owner Greg Harris, who called for a Southeast liquor store to be closed for good after a triple shooting.
Being able to go and shop and get the things that you need without ensuring that you're going to be put in harm's way.
Now, it is D.C. agencies saying Harris's restaurant that's in violation. Officials issued 2 notices of infraction, once in May and again in August, both before Harris found himself in the spotlight earlier this week.
Learn English.
When he was caught on video getting in the face of an Uber Eats driver delivering this racist rant.
This ain't your country. Learn English. Learn English. This ain't your country.
This video now has more than 18 million views on TikTok.
Hey, learn English.
MPD is now investigating this as a possible hate crime, though no arrests have been made.
It was my first time going to pick up an order at that restaurant. I felt, wow, terrible, humiliated, upset. I felt awful because I came to this country simply to work. I didn't come here to hurt anybody.
7 News has learned both Uber and DoorDash have removed Canna Coffee from their apps. So far, the business has not sent out any statement regarding a closure or viral video. Certainly tumultuous times ahead for this restaurant.